before you fuel, look out for any kind of browning that you will see on the nozzles. It can kind of give you a story of what's going inside. How do I know if I'm putting the right fuel or gas in my car? What determines the quality of the fuel and the gas that I'm putting in my car? What are some key indicators that I can look at to ensure that I am putting the right fuel or gas in my vehicle? If you want to find out more about this and know how you can own the health of your vehicle and ensure that you're putting the right gas or fuel in your vehicle, please watch this video from the beginning to the end and you'll find out how. Continue to take it more to the next level.
We got Bruce up on the track.
Don't hit back. This is a Bruce production.
What's going on, YouTube? Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. All right, guys, in this video, I'm going to tell you how do you know if you're putting the right gas in your vehicle. I know this seems like a really crazy topic, but these are some warning signs to ensure that your vehicle is running the best and that you don't harm your vehicle. I have a lot of knowledge on this subject, so trust me. So I'm going to give you roughly 5 pointers to identify if the gas that you're putting in your car is the right gas and what to look out for. Because a lot of times when our car is not running the best, you may have those wild moments when you're driving your car where you're like, man, it feels really peppy today. What's going on? It could be because of the quality of gas that you put in your vehicle. So here are 5 things to look out for when putting gas in your vehicle. All right, guys, number 1, never, ever, ever fuel when a fuel truck is filling up the tanks. All right, so let me explain this, guys. When a fuel truck is filling up the tank, you're dealing with an empty tank. And unfortunately, guys, when you're dealing with an empty tank, 9 times out of 10, there's a lot of debris that's at the bottom, just like anything that you can think of. Just like if you're eating food or drinking water. Fuel tanks have filtration systems, and also, unfortunately, there is debris at the bottom. So if you're fueling when someone is fueling, that means that they're at the very bottom. There's something called the Vita root, right? And what the Vita root does is identifies if there's water in the tank or if there's any debris in the tank. All fueling stations should have this, and it will let you identify. And unfortunately, about 70% of fueling stations have debris at the bottom of their tank. It's sometimes things that they can't control or is not monitored properly. So always wait for them to finish filling up the fuel before you actually fuel. If you go and you see an 18-wheeler that's filling up the fuel tanks. That's number 1. All right, guys, number 2. If you're fueling in your car, right? And let's say you're fueling and the pumps are moving super slow, right? If it's moving super slow, that's generally called the slow flow, right? So let's say you're driving somewhere and it takes forever for the fuel to reach its target and you're standing there for a super long time. That's going to be slow flow. You have to be very careful with slow flow, because generally what causes that is if a pump is out, the engine is out, or the second thing could be because the filters are dirty and clogged, right? So Hopefully you're dealing with a situation where it has something to do with the motor, and you're not dealing with a situation where the filters are clogged. Because if the filters are clogged, hence you're going to have dirty gas going into your vehicle. And of course our cars does not like dirty gas. So remember, if it's fueling really slow, you want to hope that it's not a dirty filter, and you want to hope that it's just simply the diesel or either the gas pumps that are working improperly. It's a 50-50. Just want to share that. Number 3, guys, if you see a pump to where you start seeing browning on the pump, now be careful with this. I don't want to really give the wrong information. Browning can come from a lack of cleaning, but if it starts getting really cruddy and a lot of debris in it, it could be because the actual diesel or the fuel is contaminated. So before you fuel, look out for any kind of browning that you will see on the nozzles. It can give you kind of a story of what's going on inside of the actual fuel itself. Also, guys, if you don't see any state regulation on the pumps, that's going to let you know that there is not a state official that are checking the pumps. So what does that mean? That means that they're in control of their fuel. So there's going to be certain levels and standards they need to be held to have, and it's going to be solely up to them. Now, if it's a good establishment, you have nothing to worry about. But if it's not a good establishment, then you really are taking a big risk. This is an example of how the state regulation looks. Pretty straight to the point. Every state should have this. It's really, really something that you need to pay attention to. Now, all states don't have this, but most of the states that I've been in do have state regulations. It should be mandatory. If it's a new fueling station or one that's neglected, you probably won't know why. But that's what you need to look out for. Once again, here's another one that does, just to show you. These are 2 different pumps that have state regulation. All right, guys, so the next thing that you want to look out for, and this is going to be mainly for state required fueling pumps, is you want to look to ensure that you have a state sticker. As you can see, this means that the pumps are being checked on regularly by a state. So if you have a state sticker on the pumps, that you're in good shape, right? So you want to look out for that. Also, you want to look out for the cleanliness on the pumps. I know this may seem
Well, I mean, the thing is, you can hear him coming in and out of apartments. Has he been gone?
All right, guys, so lastly, you want to look out for the cleanliness on the pumps. You just want to make sure it's in good condition, because if you really just look at a pump, based on how it's taken care of, can tell you a story about if it's a good establishment, if they're doing everything that they can to ensure that the fuel and the gas is where it needs to be. If you see pumps that are old or worn and not taken care of and essentially dirty and not being maintained, it's kind of like going into a house with a dirty restroom or a restaurant where the restroom isn't good. You don't feel comfortable, so you want to definitely look out for the cleanliness on those pumps. So guys, in a nutshell, those are the key things that you look for when you're putting gas in your car. I know it's a lot of things that we overlook, but these are some important critical things to the success of your vehicle, the longevity of your vehicle, and things that people just don't see or don't know. So I just really wanted to share this video with the community of car builders and just the traditional day-to-day people who really want their cars to last a long time, just to let you guys know those pointers to look out for when it comes to having a vehicle that will last a lifetime. So I hope you guys like this video. If you like this kind of video, please like, share, and subscribe. Share this on Facebook, wherever you would like. Let's help as many people as we can. Thank you for watching. This is Bruce with Bruce Custom Motors. Peace. I'm out.